Did you know that the British Empire fought the shortest war of history against a country that doesn't exist? On the 27th of August 1896, the British fought the Anglo-Zanzibar War against the Sultanate of Zanzibar. This war lasted only 40 minutes. The Sultanate of Zanzibar had been controlled by the Sultanate of Oman until 1856 when it had gained its independence. However, in the late 1800s, it had been fought over by Germany and Britain due to its strategic position and spice production. It had eventually become a protectorate of Britain in 1890. However, problems quickly arose as Britain wanted to abolish slavery throughout its empire, and the spice production on Zanzibar was run primarily using slaves. This led to a system that Britain formed where it would choose a sultan to run Zanzibar for it as a puppet that would obey its commands and do exactly as it said, so that it was actually controlling Zanzibar and could make sure that slavery would eventually be abolished. The real problems began when one of these sultans, Hamad bin Thuwaini, died on the 25th of August 1896 under suspicious circumstances. His cousin, Khalid bin Bargash, then quickly took the throne, mustered an army of 2,800 men, and declared himself sultan on the 26th of August, the next day. The British diplomat Basil Cave issued him an ultimatum telling him to leave the palace by 9 a.m. the next morning. However, at 9 a.m. he hadn't left, so British ships opened fire on the palace. The war consisted of primarily this bombardment, some fighting that took place on the land, and the sinking of the royal yacht, which had become Zanzibar's only naval ship. So it lost its navy in that battle. After about 40 minutes of fighting, 500 Zanzibari soldiers and civilians had either been killed or wounded. However, only one British soldier had been wounded. It is said that Sultan Khalid fled after only 2 minutes of fighting with 40 of his followers, including Captain Seller, the head of Zanzibar's forces. They fled to the German embassy and were later transported by Germany off the island to mainland Tanzania, and he ended up living the rest of his life in exile. The British then put this guy, Hamad bin Mohammed, another one of the cousins, on the throne to rule as a puppet ruler on behalf of Britain. This form of government, with a sultan ruling the island while actually being controlled by Britain, continued until 1963, when Zanzibar gained its independence, but after some civil conflict ended up joining the country of Tanzania the next year in 1964. Do you think this conflict should actually be counted as a war or more like a rebellion? Put your answers in the comments below.